Hey guys, this is Mark Blitz,
This is Storm.
and we welcome you to our short breakdown of our newest single, FOTC. All right, so Storm, FOTC, kinda crazy song for Blitz Union. So can you tell us something about the production, about the sound of the song, origins of the song?
Yeah, I mean, the song is really crazy, and songs like that, I call it meme song. That it's a meme song, you know. So if you remember My Own Road on a Absolution album, so I think FOTC is kind of this type of strange, unusual sounding, yet Blitz Union song. So when it comes to the production, it's a long way. I think we started around beginning of 2022 when we were
Exactly, 2022.
we were
End of COVID times.
and the war just started.
True.
And we brave Union, we left to US. But of course we were there for songwriting, and we played in a global rock summit festival.
Rock Summit, that's right.
And then we had some days off. Then so we started
And the headline show in
𝐔𝐍𝐈𝐍 and Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, great time.
It was really good. Yeah, so we started producing the first demo because, I mean, Shodushi, he had this, let's call it a porn song in mind, and he had some guitar riff that we never used, but we starting building a beat, for first demo. And we actually didn't use the demo. This demo will be another song. It's called Mars.
Ooh, sneak peek.
So this will be a really killer tune, but we started all over. I mean, it was like that Shodushi came with this idea of these acronyms, right?
Yeah, I think the acronyms were introduced first to
It was
us.
the first lyrics, and it was. I think it remained unchanged.
Yeah,
like
I think so.
These few punchlines, it's the same, right? And I think then you came with the new idea.
We at the beginning we didn't know what to do with it pretty much because of the topic itself, but we will touch base this topic or the lyrics later on in this video. But we also didn't know how to use it musically. I think the initial ideas or how Shodushi introduced us was in kind of a, let's say, trap style. Like what he had on his mind was some kind of a like low beat, trap beat or something like that. So I think first we worked with this instrumental too, but obviously it didn't fit.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it didn't fit. So yeah, then you came up with the new demo, and I think by that time many months passed, because if we were in the US around February or March, I think your new demo was around August 2022.
Yeah,
and we actually wanted to apply this song for Eurovision.
Exactly, because at this time we were working on Freak Anthem actually.
Ah, that's right, Freak Anthem. Oh yeah.
So that was the same time, I think.
And our manager Manfred said, "Guys, please don't do this. Quit this topic. Nobody will touch it. Please don't do it." So, okay, but we still kept working on it. And I mean, again, many months passed, and we started putting there, the guitars, the bass, and our keyboards and drums. So it was like this typical, I would say, Blitz Union session prepared song. But what happened and what was important, after Absolution album, our producer Dino Medanhozic, he got extremely busy. Actually, we almost met him in person in the US.
Yeah, exactly.
But he wanted to see our show in 𝐔𝐍𝐈𝐍, but he got a COVID that day. So that was pretty unfortunate, because we wanted to convince him that there's new songs coming. Because Dino, he got signed by some company, big publishing company, and he was I mean, absolutely deserved. Great for him, very bad for us, because that put us in trouble. It put us in trouble, figuring out the final production for a few years. So It was pretty tough because he had to cancel. I mean, basically, he told that he was honest with us. He said that he cannot work with us anymore because of his schedule, and of course.
Yeah.
So we had to accept that, but still, we wanted to convince him in the US to meet him in person so he can see our show. But COVID messed it up, and that was it. So we were trying to find another producer for the single, and I mean, nobody really liked it the way we prepared it, because it was really strange sounding. It felt like a bit old school with old school guitars.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, we heard it, how it should sound, but we had a hard time with it.
Also, what I wanted to add to this, we were not sure about the song and the topic and the music at all. So it was always like we were working on it for, I don't know, a month. We think like we got it, we believed in the song, but then we were like, damn, like, is this a really song for Blitz Union? Then we drop it for a while, then we pick it up again after a couple of months.
It was a big question mark. But then we met this producer, 𝐉𝐻𝐍, and he actually, with his other project, Purple Boy, he then, he opened for us in our Prague show.
Yeah.
And we asked him if he could look into it, and that we have this song with this idea, and we needed new fresh ears and new perspective for the production. So he listened to the song. He was like, "Oh, I mean, it's interesting song, but I'm not sure about this guitar part and this vocal part. So you really want to do it?" And we were, "Yeah, it's a great song. Okay."
Yeah, that was exactly the moment when we decided to basically do this song more like electronic, right?
Yeah.
And we were thinking that it won't be a regular Blitz Union song, but it will be either some bonus track or we will get in touch with some DJ and we will do some like mashup with some DJ who knows how to do this music like really properly.
It was like that because 𝐉𝐻, he gave us like two options. He was like, we either turn it into rock or metal song, or we do it completely just electronic song, because he didn't hear it, something in between. But Blitz Union is always something in between of these two words, like this electronic and rock metal part.
Yeah.
So we listened to his advice, and he invited other producer. You can see it underneath YouTube. 𝐉𝐻, but it's Zara CZ, like Czech.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can see it in the description in the credits on a YouTube video. And they started producing it like it would be some kind of a house, or because they killed all the guitar parts. Or
house. I think that's the most accurate description.
EDM and house, something like that. And they killed everything we recorded. They scratched it. They started all over, but they made some cool parts, some synthesizers, and it was exciting. So we finished the production, and it was like, okay, but that's not our song. And then we were discussing, so maybe we try to hire some DJ. So we really make it a DJ song, but some parts weren't meant to be like for a really typical commercial song. And then, we actually convinced Dino again to join us for the production of Evolution album.
Now I hear the Alleluias, the angels singing.
It was like, because we received a call from Manfred, our manager, and he said, "Okay, guys, Dino is in," and we were like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
such a relief." We actually added again guitars in.
Yeah.
With Gore, helping and joining Blitz Union, he recorded new guitar parts, more aggressive, and some bass parts as well. And we sent it to Dino, and the rest is history, or it sounds the way you hear it. Now it's a Blitz Union song.
Exactly. Like it's still a bit different from the rest if you compare it to Evolution or Plastic or whatever. It's different, but I think it has the energy or the foundation of Blitz Union. So
I mean, he finished it the way we heard it after some time. So it's still this blend of electronics, a lot of electronics, but still this bit of metal, rock overtones. He always makes this stuff work together. So
exactly, and also I think this song could be basically a new deleted for live shows.
Yeah, it could be actually.
I'm really curious how it's gonna sound live, but I think the energy will be kept there, and it's be a really banger song.
Yeah, it's a good point, because for certain parts, like for the verses, we could probably add there more guitars for the live show to give it this chuck, this a little bit of punch. So yeah, I think this could work. And I guess that's probably it when it comes to the production, because as you mentioned, we didn't even think that it could be a single, or it will even make it to the album. So it's crazy that after these 3 years, how it evolved, from a really crazy idea that we were taught not to do, not to finish, never touch it. We kept trying, and I mean, so that was the music, but I think more tricky part are the lyrics.
Exactly.
And the content behind it.
Basically, everything was and still is tricky about the song till this day. Yeah, so lyrics. So as you briefly mentioned, it was basically Shorushi who introduced us those acronyms, the chorus, basically. And we knew right away that this is it, that this is going to be working, but how to build a story around it, like what should be the message. Like, we do not want to promote porn or something like that. Like, that's not Blitz Union. So we are wrapping our heads around how to touch this topic. And we basically, at the end of the day, we decided to turn it around. That it will basically, let's say, a sex education song.
Right.
So I'm not sure if like anyone was able to identify it in there, because I think it's kind of hard to identify it until you hear the bridge. The bridge basically tells you what the song is about, or explains.
It explains it.
That's right.
I went through some comments, and I think that people get it.
Yeah.
That they know why we sing about porn.
Yeah.
What's the message behind it? I think people get it, actually.
Yes.
It's surprising.
And I'm really happy that the fans, digs deeper into the lyrics and really try to share with us how they get the song and what the song is about. Super happy about that. And at one moment, we decided that it could be this story about a young dude, young teenager. I imagine this fictional teenager that he comes from a conservative family, either like some religious or something like that, where basically sex itself is a swear word and it's a taboo, So the parents doesn't speak about sex and anything else connect to it with the child. And also that the teenager is a bit of an outsider in school. He doesn't have many friends, or like sexually experienced friends who would be, sharing with him their thoughts and their learnings. So this young, sad teenager is basically he has this only source of how to learn something about sex, is to play some porn secretly in his room while his parents are sleeping already.
And he falls for that illusion.
Exactly. And that's the way. So he basically sees the naked woman for the first time, the porn for the first time. He's scared about it, what's going on there. But obviously, teenage years. So he starts to dive more into the porn, more into this topic. And since he doesn't have any other information about that, he thinks that this how sex really works, or how this is actually really made in real life. And that's the moment when the problem comes. So later on in the second verse, we introduce the situation that this teenager actually is able to get a girlfriend, good for him. And he's preparing for his first time. He invites him to his home. Parents are maybe on some like camp weekend or whatever. They drink the wine, etc. And the moment comes when the first sex should happen. And the lady basically gives him the sign that she's ready, but tells him, okay, but let's do it nice and slow. And that's the moment where the teenager is like surprised, like, what? Nice and slow sex? That's not how it's made. That's what I didn't saw. So I want BDSM, ATM, POSC, IM. So
when you think about it, because Shodushi took these acronyms from porn sites, right? And it's so easy that you can switch the topic from one to another, extreme topics. You can click through crazy stuff.
Exactly.
And for a young guy and for his brain, it can compromise your infect your brain with this crazy illusion that you can do this, you can do everything at once, and you are super experienced, you saw everything, but you didn't do nothing yet.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
That's the situation.
And let's just say it in here, Shodushi is not some kind of a porn expert, but obviously from time to time we see porn, or we saw porn in a history. That's not a secret. And maybe just like one thought, I definitely do not say that like stop porn is bad.
Yeah, it's not like that.
It's not like that, but I think the problem comes like if there is too much of a porn, or if you rely on it and you really mixing it up with the reality. I think that's when the problems comes. But this could be applied basically for everything, for food, for alcohol, etc. It's always about the balance.
I mean, this problem could escalate actually further. There's nowadays there are researches or studies that there are guys nearly in their 30s and they are still virgins, and they are extremely porn addicted and this OnlyFans kind of stuff addicted, and they have massive problems to build real relationships. They are stuck in this online illusion when they can have everything, but they have nothing basically. And even the this hatred towards women escalates a bit. So I mean, this is just when you don't have it under control, this is where it possibly starts, but the problem escalates further and further. So that's just one part.
And also maybe the lacking of the real contact doesn't help as well, also to your self-esteem, etc.
So it's like everything, you need to have it under control, and that's what we are saying, that it starts here, there's some problems, and goes further.
Exactly. And that's what I don't want to say, like this generation is bad, but it's like that I feel sorry for them, that because they have it actually way harder than when we had before the super online world, which is today.
We were more like how to say, we were more social, or like
we had to be, basically.
We weren't online. We waited for many years till first smartphones. There was no social media, and we basically had to hang out with the girls, and even porn was super rare back then. Slow connection. We couldn't afford it. We didn't have a credit card, Now it's basically a lot of it's for free. True. So we didn't have that, so we had to try. And the generation before us, they had these VHS cassettes. So it was, but you couldn't play it anytime. You couldn't play it on your phone. Even if you're in work and you go, I don't know, you go for lunch, you can hide somewhere in locker room, and you can, just bring up your smartphone, and you can look what's new on OnlyFans or whatever. But back then, like, you need to plan. Okay, so Friday night, everybody's out. You had to wait for 1 week to watch this porn movie. But that was like enough dopamine for the brain.
And you're also scared if the parents are not coming earlier than they said.
So it was rare, but your brain wasn't damaged because, I mean, you saw it and you were done, and you probably couldn't see it for another week. But these guys today, they can see it 6 times a day easily. Every few minutes, it's in your phone. So
exactly.
I'm not saying anybody's wrong, but it's invasive. Somehow it's hard for your brain to handle.
Exactly. And basically, when we come back to the lyrics, the moment of explanation, as we mentioned, is the bridge where basically the young teenager meets the reality, because he basically wanted the girl to do all these stuff that he saw in porn, and he got super slapped, you know. The girl got scared and ran away from his flat. So at this moment he realized, so maybe I did something wrong. And in the last chorus, basically, we're saying, or we put all those acronyms in a negative form. I'm not sure if in my
it's
English
like
is
the
proper.
alternation. If it's a different perspective, suddenly
Exactly.
it's
So
it's
so,
like
so no need to be FOTC.
It's basically a reality check or some self.
Don't ever do SOF. No need to be FOTC. So that's basically the moment when the song explains itself. It's not like super critique to anything else. We just want to point out this topic. I think it came out well in a funny way, an ironical way. And yeah, everyone should take it, anything, what they need from it. But from my point of view, what I know that once I have children, I know that I would like to speak about sex with them kind of like openly. Obviously, not be swear, not be disgusting. That's not the way. But, you know, I would like to have my child to be open also to me, to not to be afraid to speak about sex with me.
I mean, that's a really cool attitude, because when I think about myself, I never wanted to speak about anything like that in my family, you know. And my dad once told me that he's a bit sad that I don't want to discuss this with him. And I always felt like I don't need anybody's advice. I always looked for information myself. And for some reason, I didn't want to talk to my parents, anybody, when it comes to this.
It's like embarrassing.
I felt it's embarrassing, and I always discussed with my friends, and they were dirty, and they were making up stories, and now they pushed you to also some crazy stuff you wouldn't do, you know, like basically it was a bit of race, you know. But I mean, so it's good that you want to speak about it openly, because I myself couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's possible that the child wouldn't like to speak about it, but
most people didn't want, most my friends back then.
But it's cliche, but the communication is really key to many things. But
right.
All right. So let's say, or maybe one more thing. We won't be breaking down here all those acronyms. I would really like to keep it up to the listener to do the research, etc. It's really funny. Some of the acronyms are, let's say, a bit disgusting or too much, but it's nothing what we would made up. These acronyms actually exist.
It reminds me to comments like I saw one guy somewhere, I don't know if it was YouTube, commenting that grabbing and taking a cash from ATM machine will never be the same. And then one friend of mine, she works in like some kind of lab, you know, for pharmacy, some kind of research company or something like that. And she told me that, I think it was the CIM. She always told me that it means something in her like profession, and it will never be the same, because she looked up all the acronyms.
It's also BBC. You know?
BBC will also never be the same. And so crazy stuff. Funny song. I'm glad that people accept it.
Yeah,
we really didn't play it safe this time, you know. We
were really worried, like, about the music, about the lyrics itself,
and the content. Which I think we should discuss as well a bit, and maybe explain, because we thought, you know, we had this idea with you and I guess Manfred and the rest of the team, but Shurushi wasn't really in a loop when it comes to this content.
Exactly.
So I made a phone call to him and I told him, hey, guy, you know, so we are going to shoot this and this is the idea. And he was like, are you fucking out of your mind? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna call Mark right now. This is not going to happen. It's crazy. And then he called you, right? And
exactly. I would maybe take it from the very beginning. Like, my idea around this song, the campaign, and all the content was to make like this really cheesy clickbait type of content, or maybe even more, or maybe almost like if somebody hacks your Facebook account, etc. And usually once this happened, on your feed, there start to appear these weird links with naked woman, etc. or asking for cash, your friends or something like that. So I wanted to basically have this feeling like, okay, these dudes either went crazy or somebody hacked their account. So that was basically my idea. Then, like with our videographer Vietvan, props to him,
Mr. Dong.
Mr. Dong. We came up with this concept of short videos where you basically try to get the attention of the viewer, that he will be, or he or she will be able to see something, some like, how to say that, I'm trying
not the genitals.
not genitals, but let's say the
intimate parts.
Thank you so much. Intimate parts. So that he should be eventually able to see some intimate parts, but at the very moment that should happen, my head appears and start to sing the song. So it'll be kind of like a trolling clickbait videos. So we decided to do it. The shooting day itself was really funny. It was like really easygoing. I enjoyed every minute. It was really super fun. The girls were amazing as well. And then Shudushi was actually part of the shooting as well. He was laughing. He was like, okay, this is going to be great. But then after a week, we received the final outputs of the videos. I've sent it to the band, to you guys, and there was like this weird silence. And that's always like, okay, so here we go. What's gonna happen? So as you mentioned, then I got a call from Shudishi, and he was like, "Are you mad? Are you went mental? This cannot be posted. We will ruin our career. Like if we post this, we will look like TikTok clowns, and our account could be blocked, etc. This cannot go live." And also, I'm not mentioning that at the very beginning we were discussed whether to post these videos on OnlyFans.
Yeah, right.
So he was absolutely crazy about this, but at the end of the day, we all agreed that we don't want to support this platform, basically, which is shady, let's say, in many ways.
Yeah,
and also the song itself is making fun of it as well. So
yeah, and as I mentioned, like this kind of topic, it starts here, but it escalates to even more complicated subjects. So I also wasn't a really fan of the OnlyFans because I think we got much more to say when it comes to this topics. It may be not a porn, but this parasocial, this the ruin of relationships and stuff. So I also wasn't a real fan of supporting such platform because I still feel we have something to say for the future. So I'm glad that we didn't try it. I mean, it would be just marketing to try it. You can explain it.
Also, the problem would be that you would be pushing your fans, not like pushing, but if anyone would like to see it, he had to register on the platform itself.
Yeah,
that's the main problem. What happened that we actually pushed people to actually register to the platform X,
right?
X or Twitter, let's say. And at the end of the day, we thought that that's the platform where the videos could be easily played, because I know that the censorship is not that strict there actually, but at the end of the day, we learned that it is a problem.
Was it blocked or it required like premium accounts?
Yeah, it required premium accounts or some like age check, which you have to...
Okay, so it means that Elon Musk thinks that porn is not for everybody. You need to pay for it.
but we had to really say, you are not able to see anything intimate.
Yeah, that's right.
There is basically nothing, like it's just the vibe of the video.
It reminds me this Jesus meme, like I know what you. It's like when you see this clickbait that there's this girl, with this top off, and then there's this cat with this Jesus. I know what you're doing.
I know what you're doing, son.
Or son, I'm not happy with you. So this reminds me this meme, and it's great.
Yeah, exactly. So it just has this porn vibe, let's say, but you're not able to see anything, and everyone should be like shocked, but then laughs about it because there's this ad. So that's what I'm like, it's really sad that just so few people were able to see it. It basically comes with the TikTok. Then we try to put it on TikTok, but there it seems that there is some kind of a shadow ban as well.
It's restricted. All videos are restricted.
Yeah. So we are figuring out basically how to deliver these videos to you guys. We'll probably do either some like secret link or Dropbox, or put it on our Join the Union tab on our websites. But we will make sure that it'll get to the.
It will be just, I would say, some kind of Easter egg. It won't serve the purpose of marketing anymore. Just for people really interested what we did, they can see it.
Exactly. So I think like this content was the trickiest part actually of this whole song. It was very new to us. We're really like worried how the union will accept it, but we're super glad that our union has a really great sense of humor, and that they basically know that all what we do is not always like super, super serious. But I think it's almost in every song there is some kind of a irony or exaggeration,
a bit of parody somewhere, because you want to point out something around about the topic. So,
and also that's what I basically during the call with Shodushi, where we were really at one point we were really yelling at each other, like, yeah, for real.
He didn't tell me.
You know us. Like when we have an argument with Shodushi, so we are really yelling on each other, and then it came into a different topics, like when old couple has a fight.
Oh shit.
So we were yelling on each other, but what I basically tried to do explain him is that what I want to achieve with every song is to help the song with the visual identity as well. That I really try to give the song what it deserves, also with the content, to really help to understand the topic, to give some signs or symbols to the fans, to the listeners, to actually how to puzzle out or decipher, maybe that's the better word, to decipher what the song is about and what it includes, to understand it. So
I mean, we discussed with Shodushi that maybe it's a shame that we didn't do music video as we planned many years back, but then you see that everything is blocked and there's this age restriction.
Exactly. I'm happy actually we didn't do a full music video, because like originally we were thinking that we will do the video like this, that there will be always the head popping, but then we would come to the realization that we are not able to post it on YouTube.
Maybe if we did something like that 10 years back, or the platforms maybe weren't as strict, and now the topic is, I guess it's way too sensitive, and it's good that we don't waste resources.
But we have an alternative scenario for a video clip for FODC, which we put together with Mr. Dong, as we discussed. But that's like a huge project. That would be okay, but it's a really huge project. It would be really time and financial consuming. But we were actually thinking that we can also like do a shout out that once FOTC has 1 million streams together on all platforms, that we can do this video. So this is also like, it's up to you guys. Now you have to stream it and spread the word.
But it's actually good to point out that the song streams well. Like, it's not a failure or something, people like it. It has a clicks. It's the organic growth is fine. And it's also a strategy that sometimes, you can do music video just later when there's time for it. And we couldn't do it, because as we are working on the new songs and we are focusing on other music videos that could serve better purpose for us. So, I mean, like when you think about Rammstein, I guess they did a Meinherz brand maybe after 10 years. I think if the song was released in 2001, so I think around 2011 or 12, something like that, they did the music video.
Yeah.
after 10 years. And
that's always an option.
And it worked. It worked, basically. It's actually great that they served the justice. So maybe someday we do it. We do it.
All right. So I think we've covered it up from our point of view. So hope this was for you somehow enriching, guys. Hope you enjoy it. If you would have any other questions or there are some topics which we didn't cover, don't hesitate to reach out to us either in comments on our socials. And we're looking forward to another releases, and stay loyal. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.